So, very good morning to all of you once again. So, from the previous class we have completed various that is the fundamental concept of the computing system, like the input devices, output devices, your memory system. So, everything we have discussed, that means all the components of the computing system, let it be input devices, let it be keyboard, your mouse. So, these are all the input devices, your monitor, printer, these are all the output devices, your memory devices, your CPU. So, exactly all these input, output or the processing devices, these are all what? That these are all hardware. These are all what? Hardware devices. Okay. So, what is hardware, and one more word, that is software. Okay. So, hardware means in generally in computer technology or in computer terminology, we are using these two very mostly used terminology, that means hardware means what? So, exactly what are the physical component of the computing system. Okay. So, physical computing component means what? That means the device which can be identified, or you can say it has some identity. Yes, you can say this is keyboard, this is mouse, this is joystick, this is printer, this is monitor, that means physical existence is there. Okay. So, that is why we are saying these are the hardware devices. So, everywhere we are going. So, what is keyboard? Keyboard is the hardware device. What is printer? Printer is the hardware device. What is memory? It is the hardware device. So, these are all the hardware devices, that means these are the physical component of the computing system. That means each and every component has their unique activities. Yes or no? So, I have already explained. Suppose your keyboard, it is what? It is the input device, but what is it? What is the use of this? It is the why, what is the purpose of this? That means keyboard is used for giving the data as input. So, we can say this is the hardware device, this is the input hardware device. What is printer? That means printer, it is the hardware device, output hardware device to get the printout. Yes. So, what is hardware? So, hardware means the physical component of the computing system. So, all the physical components, those are used in the computing system known as the hardware. If this is hardware, then again it is very important that question is, the computer, it has no brain. Yes or no? Definitely it is an electronics device. Yes or no? That accepts the data as input, processes those data, stores the data and gives the result as output. Yes. So, thing is that when it processes or it we are giving certain data as input, everything we are using all the hardware devices. Yes or no? But thing is that when we are telling it is to execute, yes or no? So, definitely we are using some hardware device to give the data as input, but exactly when it is when it is processing, so it needs some instruction. Yes or no? It needs some instruction set. So, what is that? So, instruction set means it is very important in the computer science. Instructions. So, instructions means what? That is what instruction we are giving to the computer. Get my point? So, until unless if you are not giving any instruction to the computer, so it will not function, it will not, the data will not be processed. Yes or no? So, definitely the system, it requires, that means corresponding data and corresponding instruction. Then after a particular that means process is going to be executed. Yes or no? So, for giving the data or instruction, what we are doing? We are giving through the hardware devices, but what are the set of instruction that computer uses? So, that is what? That is the software. Yes or no? So, software is what? It is the set of instruction, it is the set of instruction, those are used for processing a particular that means one what is action or you are giving some what is that, you are giving one process to execute. So, it need some instruction of some set of instruction to execute a process. Then after, suppose when we are saying, let it be I am giving the simple example, suppose we want to add 5 plus 6. So, here already we have already keep in mind. So, we have to add 5 plus 6, yes or no, 5 plus 6. So, that means 5 is the numeric data and 6 is the numeric data, and whatever the plus sign we are using, that is the operator, yes or no. So, that means operator means one operator is used in between two value, numeric value. So, how to, let it be, suppose we have to execute this, means we are giving some set of instruction, let it be input A is equal to 5, input B is equal to 6, then C is equal to A plus B, then print C. That means to execute this process, that means 5 plus 6, we know that it is 11, yes or no. But when computer is doing that, so what basically, so what user is doing, user is giving for this execution, he is executing this number of instructions, yes or no. He is writing this set of instructions and giving to the computer, then after the computer accept yes, a value B, a value A, value B, then it has to print C, then result will be given as 11, yes or no. So, my point is that when we are giving certain instruction to the computer to execute or for the processing, that means we are giving certain set of instructions. So, that is what. So, the method we are giving the instruction set, the way we are giving, so that is known as the software. So, software is what? It is the set of instruction to run a that means a particular task assigned, yes or no. So, software is what? It is a set of instruction to, that means that is especially designed, or user is designed, or the vendor is designed, they are designing for what purpose? To execute a particular task. Okay. So, software is what? It is the set of instruction to execute a particular task assigned. Okay. So, that is known as the software. Okay. So, again for different requirement we are using different type of softwares. That means, we can say that is the classification of the softwares. What we can say? That is the classification of software. So, everybody clear what is the hardware and software? So, hardware is the physical entity and software is the logical entity. Software, that means it is tangible, it is intangible. That means we can that means you can say like this, we can say this is the duster, but software you can say this is software. Okay. So, it has no physical existence. So, only it is the set of instruction. Okay. That means how the computer will understand. Okay. So, next classification of software. So, basically software also written like this, hardware also is written like this. Okay. So, classification of software means what? How basically software is classified, because hardware is not classified, because all the physical components are known as the hardware. Only you can say this is input hardware, these are the output hardware, these are the processing hardwares. But when we are defining the software or we are classifying the software, basically what? That means first it is coming the system software. Okay. So, first is, that means types of, we can say what are the types of software. So, first is system software, then is application software, then is utility software, then is your language software, then is firmware. Okay. So, basically these are various types of softwares we are using for different purpose, yes or no. So, like keyboard we are using for the input purpose, printer is used for the output purpose. So, specific hardware device is used for specific purpose. Like that, these are the different softwares. Okay. So, these are classified as per the use, that means how exactly which software is used by the computer, which software is used by the user, which software is used by for what purpose. So, as per the requirement, as per the purpose, so basically the softwares are defined or these are classified. So, first we will discuss what. So, so first is system software, then application software, then utility software, then your language software, then your firmware. Okay. So, first we will discuss very important, that is system software. Okay. So, this stands for your software. Okay. So, what is system software? Okay. So, I have already explained you the software means what? These are the set of instructions. So, we are executing for a specific task or specific purpose. So, if it says that, so what is system software? So, as per the definition software, so this is the set of instruction, the set of instruction which is very essential or which is most essential or which is required to run the system in an effective way. So, system is what? That is the computer system or the computing device. That means, when we are combining all the input output or your processing unit. So, when we are combining, we are saying this is a set of computer, yes or no. So, computer nothing but you can say this is the input, keyboard is not, it is not the computer, your monitor is not the computer, your CPU is not the computer. So, when we are combining all the devices, so we are saying this is the computer, yes or no. So, exactly to run the system, yes or no. So, how the keyboard is running, how the keyboard will send the data to the CPU, how from the CPU the data is moving to the display unit, yes or no. So, internally the set of instruction is required or to manage all the hardwares, yes or no. So, we can say all the physical components are the hardware devices, all are the hardware devices. Again the hardware devices, it has no brain, yes or no. So, unless the device is not getting any instruction, it will not work, yes or no. So, all are set of hardwares. So, how this set of hardwares are working, how the whole computers are working. So, each and every devices having their unique function, yes or no. So, these are designed like this, but how they will work. So, they are depending on the set of instruction. So, when instruction is coming, then after they are working, yes. So, that is why system software is developed by the manufacturers for what purpose? To run the system, that means to run the computing system in an effective way. That means, yes, keyboard you will work accordingly, monitor you will work accordingly, CPU you will work accordingly. So, that means he is judging, that means it is what? It is the system software who is managing all the hardware components properly, then after we can work, yes or no. Get my point? So, like that, suppose I am giving a simple example, suppose you all are using the pen drive, yes or no, you all are using the pen drive. So, pen drive, it is one memory device, yes or no, it is the external memory devices, yes or no. That means, for storing the data permanently you are using the pen drive. So, pen drive means when it is used for the secondary purpose. So, how exactly you are using? That means, one USB port is there, simply what you are doing, you are inserting the USB drive to the your pen drive, you are using the pen drive to the computer system. When that is connected, immediately you are giving one message, yes, that device is ready to use, yes or no, that device is ready to use. So, who is doing that? That means, already inside your computer the set of instructions are there, that means the system software is there, that system software is responsible to identify that hardware and to detect that hardware and to manage the hardware and to run the hardware, to operate the hardware, what? That pen drive. Get my point? So, that is why the system software is very essential to run any computing system. That means, if you are using any type of computing system, definitely it needs one system software to run the system in an effective way, otherwise the system will fail, the system will corrupt, yes or no. So, that is why system software is very very important. So, in this system software, the example or the which one is system software, basically it is your operating system. Operating system, it is the word or it is the terminology we are using in the computer science, okay, which is very very essential to the computer architecture or the computing system, that is your operating system. So, what it does? So, we know that when we are defining the operating system, we have to say, so operating system is what? First you have to tell it is the system software. It is coming under what? The operating system is coming under your system software, and it is already developed by the manufacturers, yes or no. The user is not designing, user is not defining, user is not doing anything with the operating system. That means, it is already developed by the manufacturers, and what we are doing? We are purchasing this operating system, okay. We are purchasing the operating system for what purpose? To load, technically we are saying to load the operating system in the computing system, then after the system will run in an effective way, yes or no. That means, after loading of the operating system to the computer, that means that computing system will run in an effective way, okay. So, that is why operating system, it is coming under your system software, and this is very very essential to the for running of the computer, okay, because operating system again technically will define the basic purpose of this, but when we are technically defining this operating system. So, what is that? So, what is the operating system? It is an interface, basically in generally it is what it is, it provides an interface, that means what, in between to the user and the computing system, because in front of user the set of computer is there and it provides an interface, because in the screen you will interface means what, in the screen you are getting one platform through which you can identify what type of keyboard, what type of your output, what type of monitor, what type of hard disk, what type, that means what are the hardware devices those are connected, or what are the files, what are the things, what is the, that means we can get it from that interface. So, that is why operating system is an interface, it provides an interface between the user and the computer, that is one definition, yes or no. So, what it does? It provides an interface between the computer and your user, okay. Then second is what? Second is what? What it does? It manages all the devices, not only it provides the interface, also it manages, means in the keyboard when you are sending, it is also managing the keyboard, it is also managing the printer, it is also managing to the everything, yes or no, otherwise there will be no operation, yes or no. That means, keyboard will not work, your mouse will not work, your monitor will not work, your printer will not work. So, whatever the devices you are connecting to the computer system, it must be identified by the operating system, otherwise that device will not function, the user can't use that hardware device, okay. So, the second definition is what? That means, the operating system, it manages all the peripherals, all the components, all the devices those are connected to the computing system, okay. Then what is the third definition? So, basically if you will go something core, core means what? Some internal, that means it has some management, okay. It has some management means it has what? The process management, second is memory management, and third is file management, file or IO management. Okay. In generally, so first definition what it says, it provides an interface between the user and the computing system. So, everybody knows that yes, it provides an interface between the user and the interface. Like I am giving you the simple example, when you are going to use the computer, you are switching on the machine and you are waiting some time, yes or no. That means instantly you are switching on the machine, you are not getting an, or the computer is ready for use. So, definitely all are waiting for some time, that means it may be 30 seconds to 1 minute. For what purpose? That means the system, it is preparing itself, the computer itself preparing itself for what purpose? To ready to provide the service to the user. Who will use the service? The user will use the service, and who will provide the service? The computer will provide the service, but how the computer is providing the service? With the help of this operating system. So, that is why when the user is switching on the machine, so automatically it waits for a particular time. So, after that time, that means the system itself it is preparing, yes or no. So, that means in generally preparing itself, after that what? You are getting a screen, you are getting a screen and you are saying yes, it is the desktop. We are in the computer when you are using, so you all are waiting till to get the desktop. Once the desktop is coming, now you are saying yes, the computer is used, now you can use the computer, now the computer is ready to use, yes or no. So, who is providing that desktop platform? So, definitely this operating system, yes or no. So, that operating system is providing the interface, that means that once till to get the desktop, that means the operating system is responsible for providing that platform. So, that is why it is an interface between the user and the computer, clear. Next is it manages, the second definition, it manages all the devices. So, I have already just 5 minutes back I was telling, that means when you are inserting the pen drive, because to the computer, that means immediately you are getting one message, new hardware, your device is ready for use, yes or no. So, that means ready for use means when you are inserting the pen drive. So, that means that operating system identifies, that means one new hardware device is identified, because everybody knows that is the memory device, that USB is the memory device, but the memory device means it must be identified by the operating system, otherwise, or it must be detected by the operating system, otherwise you can't use that pen drive, you can't access the pen drive. So, that is why operating system, it is also taking the vital role for the device management, that is why it manages all the devices, those are connected to the, that is already connected or to be connected, yes or no. So, it manages all the devices properly, yes or no. But third definition is what? It is a very core level, that means exactly internally what he is doing. So, it has, that means some set of that means action, that is why we what we are saying, that means it is process management, your memory management and file and IO management. So, process means process related activities, memory means memory related activities, your file and IO means what are the file related or IO devices managements. So, these are all the core level, core means very internal level activities of the operating system, but in generally you have to remember, that means it provides an interface between the user and the computing system, and it manages all the hardware devices of the computing system. So, that is the basic definition of your what? Operating system. Okay. So, just we were discussing operating system, which is most essential to the computing system. Again, if operating system is there, so if operating system is there, then for different computing system we are using different operating systems, yes or no. So, these are also this operating system also classified, because in which computer what type of operating system is used, because nowadays we are using the different type of operating system. So, we can say what are the types of operating system, what are the types of operating system. So, types of operating system means, when we are saying types of, means definitely for different purposes. Suppose how I am using, what type of a computer is used. So, accordingly we will use the operating system, we are choosing the operating system. Yes, this is the platform, this is the X platform, I will use X operating system. If this is Y platform, I will use the Y operating system, and this is the Z platform, I will use the Z operating system. So, accordingly depending on the platform, depending on the user, that means we are using different types of operating system. Okay. And nowadays what? Nowadays it is that means grouped, that means nowadays the operating system is developed such a way that means we can use anything, yes or no, you can run any type of system. Okay. So, let it be. So, first is what are the different type of operating system. So, as per the computer fundamentals, so that is batch OS, batch operating system, then time shared operating system, then your real time operating system, then your network operating system. Okay. Or in generally single user operating system, if I will say let it be for the fundamental point of view, we can say the operating system is divided, that is single user operating system and multi user operating system. So, single user operating system means, that means platform is what, always it is the standalone operating system, that means only one user can use. That means suppose I will say one mouse is there, one keyboard is there. So, simultaneously two people can't use the keyboard parallelly, simultaneously the keyboard can't be shared, parallelly the mouse can't be shared, yes or no. So, that is why in generally in the beginning only single user operating system was developed, that means only one user can use the computing system, okay, or it can provide the interface like that. That means there is no multi user environment, but nowadays everything is multi user operating system, that means single users, it can be used standalone or it can use multi purpose, yes or no. So, that is why single user can access, or by what that means concept, that it is designed such a way that multiple user can use that. So, accordingly the use, that means user interface, as it is that operating system is single user or is the operating system is multi user. So, depending that it is divided as single user operating system and multi user operating system, and this batch operating system is the single user operating system, and time share, real time, network. So, these are all the multi user operating system. Okay. So, batch operating system is what? That means batch operation. Batch means what? Batch wise. Normally what batch says? That means let it be x, this is y and this is z. Suppose x, y, z means, suppose we are giving 3 program. So, definitely batch wise, that means it will complete first, then it will complete, then it will complete, that means one after one. So, definitely it will take some time, there is no parallel execution, serial execution, that means once x is executing, y has to wait, once y is executing, z has to wait. So, that means they are waiting each other till the completion of the before, yes or no. So, that means y only can be executed after x, z can be executed after y, yes or no. So, that means this is the batch wise operation, that means batch operating system. So, initially it was coming. So, the example is what? The DOS. So, previously it was started text based operating system, that is DIX operating system DOS, it was used in earlier, okay, 25 years back. So, that means the DIX operating system is the batch your batch operating system, yes or no. So, nowadays, so gradually what they went on adding some features to the operating system. So, accordingly we are saying this, that the types of user types of operating system, the what they went on adding. So, basically features means what? So, previously it was providing this facility. So, when we are adding, yes, this will provide this service like that, you all were using the television, or you take the best example, your mobile phones. So, that means from the 10 years or 15 years, you all were using you all are using the what? Mobile phones. So, nowadays the features we are availing in the mobile phone, it was not available in the previous phone, or 10 years back what was the feature was there. So, that is not that. That means, nowadays we are getting lots of feature in the mobile phones. So, like that, when initially the operating system was developed, that means it was very less, it was text based command based operating system. That means, to operate anything, so you have to write the command mode operating system, that means everything you have to write the commands. So, again it was very drawback, yes or no. So, gradually what they did, so they went on adding some latest features, or went on adding some features accordingly or to develop the operating system. So, we can say they are the generation of the. So, they are strengthening the operating system, they are strengthening the operating system by adding the features to the operating system, yes or no. So, that means, because parallelly the systems are going on, that means developing in the on the basis of what? Architecture. So, parallelly operating system also developed, because that is why. So, both, if once architecture is developing, computer system hardware is developing, means definitely operating system is also developing, yes or no. So, first it was the batch operating system, then it is time shared operating system. Time shared means it is the multitasking. Time shared means it is the multitasking operating system. That means, in batch there was no parallel execution, that means two tasks cannot be executed parallelly. That means, x is executing means y has to wait till the completion of the x, yes or no. But in time shared operation, these three operation can be, it can be possible to execute parallelly, yes or no. How it is? Through the time shared operation. Time shared means, for x, let it be one let I am giving 5 second, one time 5 second, the time slice is used, what? X will execute for the 5 second, okay. So, after 5 second y will execute, after 5 millisecond z will execute. So, we will feel that, so it is going on such a speed, so we can't feel that, but parallelly these are executing. So, we are feeling that, yes, parallelly the 3 tasks are executing, but not like that, that it is going on through time shared operating system. In generally we are telling, yes, multitasking. So, we are saying multiple tasks can be executed simultaneously, yes or no. So, simultaneously means what? So, that is through the time shared concept, that means one time slice is used for like that 5 second or 5 millisecond we are saying. So, for each 5 millisecond x executing, then y is executing, then z is executing, like that in a chain process, in a cycle process, all are executing for 5 millisecond till the completion of the process, yes or no. So, it feels that these 3 processes or 3 tasks are running simultaneously. Okay. So, this is only the credit of your time shared features in the operating system, that is the due to this time shared feature developed in the operating system, but previously it was not there in batch operating system. Then what they did, again came the real time operating system. Real time operating system means what? That means instantly, that means let it be, we all are, I am just giving one example, then I will see what is the real time operating system. Let it be your you all are, you know the screen saver, yes or no, you all are using the screen saver, or after some time have you seen or not, that means the system is going to standby mode. The system is going to the standby mode. Standby mode means what? Automatically after 30 minutes or 1 hour, if there is no use of the computer or there is no operation in the computer, so definitely the monitor shuts down, okay. Get my point? So, that means we are saying it is in standby mode, yes or no, to save the energy. So, standby mode is for what purpose? Standby mode is there, that means to save the energy. So, the monitor will shut down, yes or no, getting a point. So, after that means when we will use any mouse or keyboard, automatically it will again it starts, yes or no. So, exactly how it is up going on, or you are using screen saver, you have heard the term screen saver. So, how it is happening? So, you are giving some time time frame, yes, after this 5 minute or 10 minute or 30 minutes, if there is nobody is using the computer, that means one screen saver will come and it will run, yes or no. So, how exactly happening? So, that means time real time system means, that means it depends, that means whatever the task you want to execute, let it be x task you have to execute, yes or no. So, what exactly? Suppose you have given the time slot, let it be 30 second. Okay. So, normally as usual you are using, let it be one operation z operation or x operation you are using. So, you have set the time, after completion of the x automatically y will start. So, what will do? It is only possible due to the real time operating system, yes or no, it is only possible due to the real time operating system. That means, after this 30 second, that means what will happen, that means the y program will start. Okay. So, this is what, this is the real time operating system. Now, you are using, let it be the washing machine, you are using, all of you are using the washing machine. So, in washing machine, in every embedded system, that means we are using the what, the real time operating system. That means, all the actions that is driven depends on the time frame. So, all the actions are running with a particular time frame. So, somebody is monitoring, let it be in washing machine first, second, third, fourth. If you are using the fully automated washing machine, steps are there 1, 2, 3, 4. So, every time 1, 2, 3, 4 are running one by one. So, that means one by one means, if you are giving one time frame, so automatically after completion of 1, 2 will start, after 2, 3 will start, after 3, 4 will start. So, but when a set of actions are driven for these steps. So, who is monitoring? That means, for exactly these operations are going properly or not, who is monitoring? That means, one set of, that means one operating system is there, who is monitoring those set of steps, those set of actions. So, what that is what, this is the real time operating system. Everybody clear? Then we are having the network operating system. Okay. So, what is the network operating system? So, when we are thinking for the multi user operating system, so multi user means how multiple user can use a particular task parallelly. How exactly multiple user will use a same job parallelly. So, that we can say this is the multi user environment. Let it be x is the task. Okay. So, how x task can be used by multiple user, by multiple user, let it be u1, u2, u3 and u4. Yes. So, how multiple user will use the same task with the help of multiple computers. So, in generally we can say how multiple computer can be used by the multi user, yes or no. So, in that case what we are using, so dedicatedly the vendors are designed the NOS. In normally network operating system is known as the NOS, network operating system. For what? That means this NOS, network operating system, is responsible to run the task in the multi user environment. That means multiple user can use multiple action with the help of your multiple computer. Okay, clear? So, this is the network operating system. Okay. So, we can say nowadays whatever the operating systems are coming. So, we can say these are the NOS. The example is what? Windows 2000, Windows NT, Windows let it be XP, that means what is that? In every operating system these are coming like personal use, home use, yes or no, enterprise use. Okay. So, you can identify, suppose I am giving you the Windows operating system. So, whatever the Windows operating system is coming, so these are coming with what is that? Home edition, okay, personal edition, okay, professional edition, Windows professional, then your enterprise. So, home edition, professional, personal means these are all for single user platform, but this enterprise edition means these are used for what? For the networking environment. So, networking environment means let it be I am in a building, in a particular in a building. So, what is the network operating system? Let me explain first what that is the what is network. So, network means what? Okay. Let it be initially each and every computers are used by the single user. Let it be these are the number of computers are used in the different room of the buildings. Okay. So, initially what was happening? So, for each computer one user was there, or nowadays one user is using. Okay. For each room for each computer one user is there and he is accessing the computer, yes or no, here is same, here is same, here is same. But thing is that suppose all these users what using a same assignment every day, all users are doing the same assignment every day. So, what will do? That means what will do? So, the same assignment can be used by multiple computer or multiple user. So, it is only possible due to the, because we can say what is network. So, network means what? That is the interconnected of more than one computers from the different place. Yes, or initially it was in one place, but when we are connecting the computers from the different place, we are saying the it is network. Network means all the computers are connected each other, and connected each other means how a service can be shared. So, services can be shared only possible due to the network operating system. It is only possible by the network operating system. Okay. So, if network operating system is there, so where we are using the network operating system? So, network operating system is used in which platform? In this multi user platform. That means, here is multiple users are using, that means the multiple task, yes or no. So, how it is possible? Due to this network operating system. That means, the services can be managed by this multi user with the help of this network operating system. Okay. Then So, this is all about your operating system. So, I am just giving you some example of the operating system. The DOS, it was the initially started text command based operating system, or this is batch operating system. Then gradually we came to, by adding some features, we came to Windows operating system. Okay. Then Windows having different versions, 95, 98, we came with that is Windows NT, your Windows 2000, then 2003, your XP, your Windows 7, then currently we are using Windows 10. Nowadays we all are using the Windows 10. So, this Windows 10 having all features, that means whatever the real time, time shared, batch, network, everything you will be getting in the Windows 10 operating system, but only edition, it depends on the edition. Are you using the home edition or professional edition, or you are using the enterprise, depending on the edition. So, that means we can say this we can say that which operating system we will use for what purpose. Okay. So, these are, apart from that we are having also different operating system, Unix operating system, Linux operating system. Nowadays in the, we all are using the mobile phones, yes or no, we all are using the mobile phones, that means Android. Android is Android 10, now you are using Android is the mobile operating system, yes or no, Android is the mobile operating system. Like that we are also using the Mac operating system, it was developed by the Apple. Mac operating system, it is dedicatedly used by the Apple company. Okay. Apple developed this Mac operating system for their computers or for their devices. Okay. The Mac operating system. Then Android operating system is developed by the Google. Google is the company who has developed this Android operating system for the what? Your mobiles, your TVs, yes or no, we are using the manufacturer is the Google, yes or no, and whatever the Windows operating system who are developed, that is the Microsoft. Microsoft is the company who is the developer of this Windows operating system. Okay. So, these are all about of your what operating system. So, what I explained? So, I explained what, that means what is the hardware, what is the software, what is the role of your software, what are the different types of software. Your software means what? Your operating system software, your application software, your language software, your utility software, your firmware. So, we are having number of softwares. So, again I explained your system software. So, system software is what? So, accordingly it responsible to run the system in an effective way. So, operating system is the system software, yes or no. So, I explained the system software. Okay. Next is your application software, next is your utility software, then is your language software, language software, then is your firmware. So, I only explained details about your system software. So, like that, what is the application software? So, apart from this system software, we are also using for the user related activities, yes or no. Suppose what user wants to do, yes or no, because computer itself is there, now the computer is ready. So, what the user will do with the help of computer? So, definitely some assignment is there, and that assignment is done by the computer or by the user. So, if that is what purpose is that is why the computer is used, depending on the user wants what user wants to do. Let it be he wants to write a letter, the user wants to write a letter. So, definitely we are having one application software, that is the MS Office or MS Word. MS Word, it is developed by the Microsoft. That means what? The MS Word, it is what? It is one application software, because for the documentation, for the word processing, yes or no, to write a draft we are using the MS Word. So, MS Word is what? It is the application software. So, like that Tally is the application software, your any that means the software which is responsible to run that specific application in an effective way in the computing system, that is the application software. That means software which is responsible for what? To run a specific application in the computing system, to run in an effective way. So, that is why the application software is, suppose I want to say the MS Word. MS Word, it is the application software which is responsible to run the MS Word activities or whatever the MS Word features are there, the MS Word application software is responsible to run properly, yes or no. So, that is why it is the role of your application software, which is also very essential. Then what is the utility software? So, utility means when user needs, then it is used, like your antivirus. So, it has some utility to the computer system, let it be your defragment, okay. Let it be scanning, okay. So, that means different utility, that means features are there or some instruction sets are there which are responsible to run that utility, that means what? Assignment, like you want to run the antivirus. So, antivirus means when the system requires that specific software the system needs or user needs, yes or no. So, depending on the utility. So, here we are using this antivirus or defragment or any that means software, okay. So, that is why utility software, it is also the type of software. Next is language software. So, language software is what? So, it is what? Computer language, it is what? The computer language softwares, because the computer language, different computer languages are there, like basic, that means it is one that means different languages are there, we know first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, different languages are there. When user is developing one software, so user is developing one software means user is depending on the language software to develop the user defined or once a specific application software or any utility software. So, it depends on what? The language software. So, just I am giving you one example, the basic is one language, C is one language, C++ one language, Java is language, your COBOL is language, okay. Then Prolog is one language, okay. Then your XML is one markup language, XML is HTML one language, okay. So, different language softwares are there for a specific purpose to develop a ready made software, okay. Yes or no. So, that means user is developing the software with the help of this language softwares, okay. Then firmware, firmware means what is that? Firmware means the firmware is dedicated developed by the manufacturers. That means suppose we are we are giving set of instruction, what? Every time the set of instruction executing every time means no change of this sequence. That means yes, every time let it be when I will define, let it be these 4 lines are written in the chip, one microchip is there, okay, one microchip is there. So, what is happening? Let it be the manufacturers what they did. So, they have written these 4 line of instruction. So, when this chip is used in the computer, okay, so that means every time these 4 type of 4 instruction sets are executing, no changes, no changes. So, that is why this is known as the firmware. So, whatever the 4 set of instructions are the manufacturers are writing in a microchip, so that is the firmware. So, that means we can't change this, like your BIOS, when system starts or system boots, that means it is taking some time. So, taking some time means it taking either 30 to 1 minute, 30 second to 1 minute. So, that means it depends some set of instruction every time. So, that means that set of instruction is already inbuilt to a microchip, yes or no. So, that is known as the firmware. Get my point? So, this is all about your software, yes or no. Types of software: system software, application software, utility software, language software and your firmware. Okay. So, today class we will discuss all about your softwares, all softwares. Okay. Thank you.